This is London Real. I am Brian Rose. My guest today is Sheeraz Hasan, the global media strategist, brand architect, and founder of Fame. You spent the last 2 decades at the epicenter of Hollywood, building some of the most recognized names in the world, including Kim Kardashian, Logan Paul, and Paris Hilton, into global icons and billion-dollar brands. Your work spans Hollywood, Bollywood, and the Gulf region, where you've advised royalty, CEOs, and influencers on how to turn visibility into lasting influence. You say fame is the new currency, and in today's digital world, attention is more valuable than capital. If you don't control your narrative, somebody else will. Today, I want to dive into the machinery behind modern fame, how it's built, how it's weaponized, and why it's now the most powerful form of leverage across media, money, and influence. Sheeraz, welcome to London Real.
I'm happy to be here, brother. Finally.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You and I met at a couple events in Dubai and then in Cannes, and we kind of came together, right? We attracted each other.
Of course.
With the bright colors here, and then you with the fame and these amazing ideas. Look, I want to jump into it. You understand this concept better than anybody I understand. Fame is the new currency in today's world. Most people don't really understand that. You've also said fame isn't about being liked, it's about being known. Talk to me about why it's important and why most people never embrace fame.
So first of all, let's go a bit back.
Okay.
So I'm from London, right? Very humble beginnings. You know, I didn't know fame, I didn't know media, I didn't know paparazzi, celebrity, likes, all of this, no.
Your family was in the restaurant business.
I was in the restaurant business.
Okay.
5 minutes from here. So believe me, I have goosebumps when I was coming to your studios, because you're talking 25 years ago was when the idea of fame happened to me. When I had a small restaurant, 16 years old, no education, father passed away, making sandwiches in an all-night cafe that I had no customers, zero. I was the open from, when 7-Eleven was open from 7 till 11, I was open 24 hours. When gas stations closed at 9 p.m., I was open 24 hours with no customers. Right here, EC1. Okay, zip code. It's down the street.
Right down the street.
And I'm here, and every day I'm opening in my small cafeteria, no business, no business, no business. My brother, who's an accountant, is saying it's costing us being open. Shut this shit down. Okay, you ain't making money. My mum thought I was absolutely crazy. Why are you opening in London, in the city area, where all offices close by 5, 6 p.m. and it's a ghost town? And one day I'm there and a taxi driver pulls up outside my restaurant around 2 in the morning, and it was almost like the light that just came. It's like there was no lights on the streets, and he came out. He was shocked that I was even open, and he said, give me a tuna sweet corn sandwich and a black coffee to go. And I said, not to go, brother. I said, I haven't been up here all night. Sit down. You're my first customer. He said, I gotta go. So I went behind the counter, made him, I'll never forget, tuna sweet corn sandwich, bit of mayonnaise, coffee, it was gone. And then I thought, wow, why did he leave me? Why did he run away? I then went to his taxi, and he's listening to the radio. And I said to him, come and sit outside. He said, I can't talk. And kept on knocking on the window. I said, brother, just tell me. He said, no, I'm listening to Caesar the Geezer. I said, who the hell is Caesar the Geezer? He said he's the #1 shock jock in London. He has over 1 million listeners at night. And I listen to him every single day. And I said, 1 million people are awake, and I'm open. I need to meet Caesar. Went on a mission, ringing up back in the day, hustling to try and get through to my radio show. I get on, it's Kiss FM or Capital FM, one of those back in the day, and he puts me live on air, but it took me about 4 or 5 days to keep ringing and get on. Bam, now I'm on. I started pitching in my menu. He thought, what the hell's going on here? This doesn't exist in London. Nowhere's open that does breakfast, steaks, omelets, burgers, all of this. I said, I'm open. He said, okay, see you there tomorrow. What's the name of the place? Gave him the name of the restaurant, gave him the address, Tinseltown, boom, go. The next day, I had lines of customers waiting for him. I had taxi drivers, crowds, fans, all of this. There was no social media, by the way, back then.
Right. 90s.
90s. And then my restaurant was packed. And it was back then at 16 years old, no education, because I had to leave the school to stay with my mum for the restaurant business. I then done a deal with Caesar. It was very simple. I said, I don't have money. I have a restaurant and I have food. And I know you're going to be hungry. So here's the deal, very simple. I feed you, you promote me. He said, you have a deal, but you got to give me a fax machine, a cell phone, and a laptop. Remember, I didn't have this technology, brother. He puts this on me, and then I found a way. I asked my brother. I said, let's get this guy what he needs. It took me about a month, right, to get my stuff together, and I got it. I then called him up. I said, come over. He took a laptop, cell phone, fax machine, and then literally he was promoting me every night. I would show up at 2, 3 in the morning, give him his food on air. The whole of London's listening to my menu every day. And I went from £1,000 a week of revenue.
A week, so it was hard times.
Bro, to £50,000 a week. And there was no such thing as a debit card. It was all cash. Because of fame, because of influence. And at a very young age, in this area, I realized the power of the microphone. Money follows fame. And that degree that God gave me was serving one black cab driver in London that took me to the radio station to listen of if you have a microphone and you can influence whatever at whatever level, that will directly impact your business. And here, 25 years later, I humbly say I am the #1 fame strategist in the world that, yes, built careers of Kim Kardashian, Logan Paul, Zendaya, Paris, Miley Cyrus, Selena, Bieber, J-Lo, worked with them all, as well as business owners, CEOs, crypto exchange owners. I mean, I've done it all now. But the reason I bring up the story is because it transformed my own business at 16 years old when I had zero money. And I realized the importance why people need fame.
Okay.
Because if you have that, it's a direct reflection to your bank account.
Okay. Now, most people can listen to this, Sheeraz, and they can logically say, of course he's right, that makes sense. And yet most people never get fame. Maybe they avoid the fame.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You've got to break down, why do you want it? Some people don't even want it. You have some people, private, they get on with their business, they're happy, amazing, okay? But fame is more addictive than heroin and cocaine combined. So there's a huge audience that wants it, right? So now, if there's a huge demand that people want it, what do you want it for? So you have to ask yourself, what am I special? What am I a singer? Am I an actor? Am I a comedian? Or I'm just a vlogger? I'm just going to do something, on social media, whatever you are. You can be famous for being famous, right? But you got to figure that out first if you even want it. But today, you can see that the level of where, oh, I want to be famous, and I have to go to Hollywood, and I've got to go through the studio system, and will they pick up my show, and all this red tape is tossed out the window now. It's gone. Kim Kardashian, when I worked with her, she was Paris Hilton's assistant.
Right.
Today she kicks ass in Hollywood, brother. They come and polish her effing shoes.
Yeah.
Logan Paul, who they crushed him to the ground and squashed him, the biggest talent agencies in the world, dumped his ass.
They canceled him when he did.
Canceled him across all platforms.
I remember.
Today he's cutting checks, brother, and sponsoring the biggest events, from the Lakers to the Dodgers to UFC to Arsenal, you name it. He's cutting checks, bro, and sponsoring all of them with Prime, right? So I've seen the journey, right? I've seen it. So what people have to first figure out is this is now a must. If you do not fix this part of your life, whether it's in a job, whether it's in a business, whether you're an entrepreneur. It's not about, I want to be a movie actor anymore. Irrelevant. Today, you could be a famous, influential real estate broker. You're going to make money.
Yeah.
You could be a famous Uber driver. You're going to make money, right? You could be famous for any category. It's no longer that I need to move to LA. I need to be in a blockbuster movie to become famous, because social media knocked every single A-list star out of the park during COVID. When every star couldn't work, influencers were creating content. They were making money. So today, the game has changed, right? So now this is a must. I mean, if you ain't a student, individual, whoever you are, you have to focus on this more than anything else.
Everyone needs a personal brand.
100%.
No matter
and
what. Yeah.
For the love of Jesus, Allah, Muhammad, whoever religion, try and do it when you're single.
Okay. Why?
I have seen the magic, brother, disappear when you have negative forces around you to try and hold you back. Magical careers I've seen. 25 years. I'm sitting here and I can say globally, worldwide, that I was a part of making Kim Kardashian famous. Because it's true. I took Logan Paul when he was a social media star, took him to Dubai, made him a rock star, then he lost everything in Japan, rebuilt everything. Today he's a billionaire. I was there. I was on that journey. Kim Kardashian, sex tape to billionaire. I've seen it all. So you ain't bullshitting me. I understand the game of how it works. So people, this is something now they've got to say, okay, don't just, oh, I'm not making money, or I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing this. Clear your path. Now I'm going to go. And I say this because my heart was broken over fame in my personal life. So when I say these words to you, you better believe me, because fame will come before love. Always remember that.
Okay, so you've seen when some of your clients get married, get boyfriends, it becomes very hard.
Not hard, brother.
Impossible.
Fame, you heard what I just said. Fame comes first.
Okay, gotcha.
How deep is that? So I'm in a relationship, I'm married, I have kids, I've given all vice versa, man, woman, doesn't matter what it is. Fame will come first. Always remember these rules. This is something where I'm telling you that if God has given me this wisdom, that I've done it for many, many years, for many, many people, that you have two scenarios here. One, do it when you're single. Number two, explain to your partner, significant other, husband, wife, lover, whoever that is, this is what I want. I need your support. And I need you to be my wings to fly. Because if you ain't my wings to fly, this relationship cannot work. And you have to be very honest. What you don't want to do, which 99.99% of people in Hollywood, they lie. They cheat. They deceive people. Oh, I want to be famous, but they're not telling you the truth, how they're going to do it or what they're doing or whatever. Just be straight.
Okay. Say, my fame is more important than you, honey. No, I'm going to make decisions for my fame over you, honey.
Or let's do it together.
Okay. But we're going there.
And we're going to win.
And I'm not
So,
going to...
so don't hold me back.
Yeah.
Don't get jealous. Don't get insecure. Know that you're my priority. All this money, all this... Who else am I going to take to effing Nobu?
The fame's a priority.
or to wherever, right? It's going to be with you.
Okay.
So the key is not allowing any negative voices around you when you are on your path to fame.
Okay. Let's drill onto that right now, because Logan's getting married and Jake Paul's getting married right now. Do you think they've had those conversations with their fiancés?
First of all, they already know who they're marrying.
I think that's probably true.
Okay.
Because they've done it for so long.
They know.
Right.
So
and also, those guys are going to be who they are anyways, especially Jake.
I faked Jake's first wedding.
Okay.
It was me. I did the publicity stunt.
Okay.
I created a fake wedding.
Okay.
To get media. It was all just for media. That wasn't his real marriage. It was in Las Vegas. We hired the pastor. We hired everything, the priest, and everything that we had to get done. Threw champagne on the bride. Created global news. Had a big fight at the wedding. And it was on E and Extra and TMZ. It was all over the world in the media, right? That was me. I was the mastermind behind that, right? Okay. Now he's happy, Logan's good, he's chilling and all of that, it's fine. But at least your partners know that this is what I'm getting into, this is what I'm marrying, you know? Why do you think Kim's single? You think Kim could marry anyone, right?
Could Kanye not handle Kim's fame?
Because Kardashian's fame becomes first before love. There's nothing against it.
She's committed.
I love Kim.
She's committed.
She's a champion. But if you think love is going to become my first priority, no. Now, myself, I put love before fame. I put family before fame, right? That's me.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it's out there.
Okay.
Right? So when someone is that's why I encourage relationships to be more, speak about it. Open up with each other. Don't lie, don't deceit, just say, look, this is what's happening right now, and I need you to be my mountain.
Okay.
Have that conversation and you'll both fly. But what you don't do is lie to try and get famous and you're hurting someone else's soul. Don't do it.
Okay.
And if you're single, get your shit together and go.
Right.
Because you have nothing holding you at that time.
Okay, I love that. And so anybody listening, watching should think, okay, I better get my fame sorted, my personal brand sorted, more than anything. Who cares about your degree? It's all secondary. Can you be known in your market, your niche, your whatever?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does it...
Let's break it down.
Yeah.
If you and me walk into a restaurant right now,
yeah,
no one takes a Bugatti, no one takes a watch, no one takes your private jet, your yacht, your nothing. You just walk into a restaurant. If your fame, your face is visually recognized, you stood out amongst the entire restaurant. Now that could help your personal life, your deal flow, getting more leads, closing deals, whatever that is, right? Just because they recognize your face. So that's why when I say it's super important, because your $5 million Bugatti can't get inside the restaurant. So no one knows it's parked out there, right?
Right.
So people need to realize in today's generation, don't shy away from it. Embrace it, own it. Right. You might be the most famous tailor, the most famous fashion artist, painter, whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is, but be known for it.
Okay. Paris was famous for being famous. I think they quoted that line about her. And that's kind of the epitome of what you're talking about.
Yes.
We don't know why she's famous or we're recognizing her, but we do. And that's Paris Hilton. I don't even know why I'm talking about her, but I am.
Of course.
So she really took that to the next level.
She took it to the next level. Why? Because she peeled the curtains, right? You know, she allowed people to see something. We were documenting. I was there. I was through that whole process. You go on YouTube, there's only one guy. If This Is Paris, it's her movie about how she built her whole career. I'm the only guy that's in there, the media strategist. Nobody else, no one else on the team, because she knows the deal. She knew what it took to get that recognition, because traditional studios, agents, managers, publicists, whatever the hell that normally happens, those rules don't work at 2 a.m. when everyone's asleep on a weekend. We want to be seen. We want to make a statement when we go out tonight. Your traditional publicist is asleep. I've got 100 cameras, paparazzi screaming her name, and flashlights going out wherever we're going.
So you're guerrilla style.
100%.
Okay. You're the new kid on the block doing it in the new way.
100%.
And that's why she gravitates towards you.
Well, what's more powerful, okay? You're a celebrity. I run a company, which is, at that time, it's called Hollywood.tv. Biggest paparazzi agency in Hollywood. Biggest. I had 150 guys every single day taking pictures. So if all that attention is going on in that one star, the other star is going to feel irrelevant. So the fame, let's call it, the camera lights will see the attention. I need that. So that's how I initially built all of my clients because I was controlling all of the fame. I could put cameras up or down.
So that's my next question. You got a kid, 16-year-old kid, with an all-night diner in London. How does he go to Hollywood and beat Hollywood at their own game?
I'll tell you how it happened, brother. And it shocked me even, okay? First of all, when I went to Hollywood, I was staying at a relative's house and I was watching Bollywood. Okay, so I started with Bollywood movies. Never did I see any American content, music videos, trailers, celebrities on a Bollywood network. It was only Indians. So I was thinking, wow, India is such a big reach, right? There's billions of people all over the world into Bollywood. How come Hollywood's not even, where's Britney, right? Where's, all these stars? None. So in that moment, I said, I'm going to be the guy that promotes Hollywood to Bollywood. It's going to be me, right? Of course, I had no money. Of course, I'm just hustling. But I had the vision of, let me become the solution to the problem, right? There's no bridge. I'm going to become the bridge. So I cold called the TV channel the next couple of days, trying to get through to the CEO, didn't get through. Finally, I get through to this dude on the phone. And I said, my name is Sheeraz Hasan. I'm a producer. I named my show, by the way, the same as my restaurant called Tinseltown.
Nice.
And I said, I have a TV show that I want to produce called Tinseltown, and I want to promote Hollywood stars to Bollywood. And I want a meeting. And the guy was shocked that the fact that, what? You can bring Hollywood stars to Bollywood? I want to meet you. A few days later, I flew to New Jersey. I pitched this guy. I had zero experience. I've never done a TV show. I don't even know any celebrities. And I definitely didn't have the money. But I pitched him. The guy was like, wow, can you really pull this off? I said, give me distribution, give me an outlet on your channel, so I will be the first show ever to the Indian market that will promote what's happening in Hollywood to those in Bollywood. Give me prime time, I want it. So he said, I'm gonna give it to you, but I'm not gonna pay you. So I'll give you the free airtime, done. And I'm gonna give you 6 minutes. Of that 6 minutes, 3 minutes is yours, 3 minutes is ours. You have everything to win and everything to lose. If you pull this off, you can launch your career here, because we're going to give you 500 million eyeballs guaranteed on a Thursday night at 8 p.m. till 8:30. The whole world's going to watch it in the Indian market. And I signed a deal. In that same meeting, he gave me this deal. Done, it's finished. I come back to LA and I'm like so pumped and excited, thinking, oh my God, I've got a show, I'm a producer or whatever, but reality kicks in. Don't have a camera. I have no idea how this is all going to work. I don't have stars, I have nothing. So I go to a camera shop in LA and I'm speaking to the sales guy and telling him, listen, I have this show, Bollywood, Hollywood, whatever. He loves what I'm talking about. This guy next to me, he said, oh, I'm a filmmaker. He said, so you have a show? I said, yeah, I have a show. He said, show me. Showed him the contract, everything, I'm doing this. He said, listen, hire me. I can become your camera guy, your editor, everything. But get me in on your deal, because I want to know more about this India Bollywood thing you're doing. So I hired him on the spot, done a deal with him, shook hands, let's go. For the next week now, we're roaming around LA, trying to film content. The only celebrities I got were lookalikes. There were no stars. There was Crocodile Dundee, Spider-Man, Superman, all the lookalikes on Hollywood Boulevard roaming around, right? I had no content. And then I said, take me to the Hollywood sign. I gotta go, I'm gonna go to the Hollywood sign. Take me to the Hollywood sign. I'm doing my intros. Hi, it's Sheeraz from Hollywood to Bollywood. I'm doing the same thing. And he's saying to Sheeraz, you keep saying the same stuff. We need stars. We need stars. And then I prayed, looking at the Hollywood sign, praying to God, please, give me a breakthrough, everything. I'm praying. Finished praying. And then as I'm walking down the hill, some guy's walking his dog. And he said, what were you doing? Praying at the Hollywood sign. What is this? This is like weird, right? And I said, this is what I've done. I went the whole thing. I've got this TV show. I didn't know what I was doing. And the guy gave me my breakthrough, but I need help. And he said, I love this. He said, this is like the proper American story. He said, come and see me tomorrow. I said, okay, no problem. So I go to his offices next day. Get in his car, he took me to some big offices, and he said, I'm going to introduce you to my friend. And as long as this contract you have is real, then we're going to see how we can work with you. So I walk into this office. I told the guy, look, don't give me any bills, don't charge me anything crazy, because I just got my show. So I start pitching this guy. And the guy said, my name is Roland Perkins. I'm the co-founder of Creative Artist Agency, CAA. God took me from the Hollywood Hills right into the most powerful talent agency on earth that represents the biggest A-list stars in the world. And that guy was the co-founder. And he said, you've just come to the right place. And literally overnight, I cut a deal with them. They took a piece of my show. Literally within 1 week, I was doing press junkets, red carpet interviews. I was India for the whole of Hollywood. When they wanted Indian market, I was the ET, I was the TMZ, I was the Access Hollywood for the Indian world. Mm-hmm. So they would place me on every press junket, all the red carpet events as India. And I'd be right at the back covering India, but I was the first person originally to do that. That then built up my name, and then Fortune magazine saw all the hype that I was getting, and they said, we want to follow you for a week, and you'll be on the cover story is the Google founders going public, and you'll be our special center story as Bollywood's newest star. How did you create this huge market between Hollywood and Bollywood? They followed with me for a week. They saw how I bootstrapped everything, how I was hustling, and I was getting all the content together, and the celebrities, and my guy editing, filming from my apartment, and they loved it. They said, this is just like next level production, what you're doing, and it's getting all that reach. And literally overnight, sponsors came, money started coming in, built up my show, network was blown away because I had A-listers, because I was in there with the agencies. And then I done 200 episodes, absolutely killed it. I was the guy. You wanted Hollywood and you wanted India market, you come to Tinseltown. It was me, I was that guy.
It was like an E or TMZ for Bollywood.
For Bollywood.
And you would do these shows.
I was that guy.
Okay.
And then one day I'm with my business partner in West Hollywood having a coffee, sitting, regular meeting. Britney Spears walks in and I look at her and there's 20 cameras, paparazzi inside the restaurant taking her pictures, and they leave. I'm like, wow, what is this? I don't even know. I'm doing Tinseltown. I don't know about paparazzi, whatever. Next day, my mum calls me and said, Mubarak, congratulations. I saw you having coffee with Britney Spears on the BBC and Sky News. What were you doing there with Britney Spears? I then said to my partner, holy Lord, my mum sitting in London saw me with Britney Spears on those cameras. So who the hell are those cameras? Because if those cameras can get my picture onto BBC and Sky News pretty much in real time, I need to hire these guys. The next day I'm looking, I couldn't find them. Where are those same dudes? driving around. Finally I saw them outside of Starbucks. Same pack, a group of them. Pulled up in my car, went straight up to those guys. I said, how much money do you make? And they said, oh, we work for a startup called TMZ. Startup. So I said, so what's your deal? So we make this much money. I said, I'm gonna pay you more. I hired all of TMZ's original camera crew. They worked for me. The next day, TMZ calls me. I said, there's no point us fighting. Let's tag team. Let's work together. I'll take all the liability, all the crap that goes along with this. I'm the shield. Let's work together. Ended up supplying content to these guys. Then I got headhunted by Entertainment Tonight. Linda Bluebell was her name, and executive producer of ET and CBS. And they said that you are controlling Britney. The world can't, when she's shaving her hair, when she's going nuts, it was my company. There was all my paparazzi, even dating Britney. And at that moment, I went from having all the leverage in Bollywood to having CNN, AP, Reuters, ET, Access started calling me saying, give us footage. And in that moment, I realized that I have the content. And I then scaled those 15 guys to 150 guys, and I was Big Brother in Hollywood. We would capture all content.
And this is before mobile phones.
This is all
before
that
social
stuff.
media.
I was on, the
Radios?
it was the beep, beep, beep. It was like the walkie-talkies.
Oh, okay, walkie-talkies, right.
The flip. There was no iPhone, none of that stuff,
Okay.
right? YouTube was there barely, right?
Okay, the
So
flip
it was-
phones.
Yeah, the flip phones.
StarTax.
Yeah, is it Nextel, I think it was called.
Yeah, maybe Nextel.
Yeah, you click it and then you...
Oh, right. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that was those, right? So,
Okay.
so I was running my whole operation there. And I'll never forget that when I first moved to LA, I went on a tour bus and I saw Paramount Studios. And I looked outside Paramount Studios and I took a picture. And I just made a little prayer, not knowing. I just said, you know what, I want to control these guys. I want to do this. I want to make a company that they come to me, whatever. A few years later, every morning at 4 a.m., all the content that I would capture on mini DV tapes of the night before, I would go in to go meet the executive producers, and the doors of Paramount would open, because based upon what was on my videotapes was tomorrow's headlines. And I controlled every network. And I realized my power back then. Then once I was doing Britney, I had the whole world because everybody wanted Britney.
Right.
Then Michael Jackson died. I broke the story. I gave that story to TMZ. So when you saw the ambulance coming out and Michael Jackson just died, that was our cameras.
Wow.
So imagine now you've got the whole world wants that content. So that's when, from Britney, I realized we went from Tinseltown to Hollywood.tv, and then now we're controlling the media. And Paris Hilton's manager comes to me and says, you're giving way too much love to Britney. We need more love for Paris. It's okay. So then she had a beach house in Malibu where people would come, she'd come out with her balcony, show her face, take pictures. She's in tomorrow's news. It is what it is. People loved Paris Hilton, so we were the guys that were creating content. And then she said, she wants to work more closely with you now, Sheeraz. I said, okay, that's fine. So I go to the house in Malibu. She said, okay, I'm gonna give you access to everything. Where I go, what my schedule is every single day, and you need to send all those cameras away from Britney. You're sending them to me. And I want everything to be documented. And I want you to put it in the news, put it everywhere. Come meet my assistant. She's going to tell you everything. Kim Kardashian, come here.
Crazy.
Kim Kardashian comes walking in. Paris says to me, Sheeraz, meet Kim. She's my assistant. She'll tell you everything, where we need to go, where the cameras need to be. So I then built a relationship with Kim. We started working. Wherever they were going, my cameras would follow. It's the news, it's the news, it's the news, it's the news. And then Kim says to me one day, why are you cutting me out of the footage? You keep cropping my head out. I said, okay, I understand the game here now. The assistant wants to be bloody famous, right? Then they broke up, because what happened was the footage that we were going in, I was going in tight. Kim was doing my head in, so I said, okay, I'll go wide. Who's the brunette? Who's the cute brunette that's holding Paris's bag? She's never shot. The story became about her. Then as her scandal, the sex tape and this, you need to fuel the conversation. You've got to keep pushing the media.
When you heard about the sex tape, did you see that as an asset or a liability?
For me, listen, I have when it comes to fame, I don't judge anybody. I don't care that Caitlyn went from a woman to a man. I don't care. It's not my business. Because I'm one vision. I have one focus. You want to be famous? Let's go. And I ain't going to judge.
Is it true there's no bad press, Sheeraz?
Listen, there is bad press. When they say there isn't, there is. There are limitations, right? When you're dealing with rape, when you're dealing with children, when you're dealing with some of those things that are mentally sick, that's bad press, right?
But everything else can be spun.
Everything else, you can
like a
spin
sex
it,
tape.
you can enjoy it, right?
Most people would have thought a sex tape would be the worst thing possible.
Three
for
of my
say.
clients bloody had sex tapes. It was Paris, Kim, and Pamela Anderson, right?
Right?
It
Kim
is
was
what it
first?
is. Paris was first.
Paris was first.
Yeah, she was first, right?
And then Kim came
Then
after.
Kim. right? Then
Intentional or otherwise?
listen, it's a game,
Okay.
right? And number one, it was her boyfriend.
Right.
So it wasn't a stranger, right?
That was like the first viral media, and
Yeah,
Pamela as
yeah,
well.
back then, right?
Yeah.
So they did their thing. But even though that was what was going on, I was diverting the focus onto other news. She's at a nightclub, she's at a restaurant, she's being seen here, she's doing an opening. So when anyone has something negative, you change the conversation over here.
Okay.
So you take the attention and you put it over here.
Spin
so
it
yes,
to a positive.
Yeah, because that was the thing that gave her the attention. But they're good people, right? They're just hustlers. They're just not they'll go the extra mile, and you can't knock them for their hustle, right? So the focus gets changed. So now, in that moment, she basically says to me, "Make me famous. I want to become the most famous person in the world."
Do you think she always wanted that?
Yes, bad.
Always.
Bad.
And when she watched it happen in
Bad.
Paris,
She saw it. She saw the entire planet because
she
of
destined
Paris.
to be this.
Imagine you stand there and you're just looking all those cameras globally. She can go to any country. There's cameras on arrival. I walk into presidents' offices. I travel the world. I'm on jets, and I'm holding my bag, and I'm looking, and I'm coordinating all of this. I want a piece of this. And then who's the puppet master behind the scenes, because I'm communicating with him. If I send this message to Sheeraz, it becomes news. And Paris trusted her. So of course all that information is, okay, go ahead, do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm coordinating it all, right? So I'm now working directly with her. And then in that moment, I became a media strategist for 15 years, straight. Everything that you saw out there, I was involved in. Not everything, but I would say most of the times
For Kim.
I was there. Yeah, for sure. Paris, Britney, Miley, all of them. Then they just kept on evolving. Zendaya. Took Zendaya 15 years old. Today she's a global icon. I took her to China. I took her to all the Dubai. I took her all
How
of the
did that
world.
happen?
Like
I didn't really know much about her, but I just knew she was really famous.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how or why.
Because there's consistently in the media.
Okay, that's what you do.
I'm a guy, that's what I do. I make you relevant. I'm always make sure that you're talked about. I don't care what field you're in. I will crush your competitor like a cockroach. That's how I'm built. I will make news. I don't give a shit. You go to Starbucks, I'll make it a news story. You go get your hair changed. That's what I do. I've been wired for the last 25 years how to put a spotlight on this person. Whether it's a brand, whether it's an individual, or whether it's a business owner. For me, now, CEOs are the new celebrities, right? If Elon walks into a room, he's going to smoke any Hollywood star. If Zuckerberg walks into a room, if Sam Altman walks in, today the game's changed.
Yeah, and those guys know.
They're the rock stars.
They are.
They're the new rock stars,
Yeah.
right? Who's chilling in Saint-Tropez? It's Jeff Bezos. No one gives two hoots about DiCaprio, I'm sorry. With his little mask and his little baseball cap, little beanie walking around.
Why? Because he doesn't play the fame game?
Who cares? Bezos.
Because he plays it better?
It's Bezos. The energy of the word Bezos dwarfs DiCaprio with a
Why?
New York Yankee cap and a mask.
Why?
Because Amazon, Zuckerberg controls everything that we do today. Sam Altman, Elon Musk, these are the new rock stars, the Google guys, right? So
Sam Altman's personal fame kept him from getting fired that weekend by the board of OpenAI.
course.
His personal brand kept him alive. If
That's
it wasn't
it.
for that,
he'd
he would have been gone.
He'd be gone. He'd be
And
replaced.
instead, everybody else is gone.
100%. And his fame helped him,
Yeah.
right? So you
fame
need
was
to,
the reason.
Yeah. So when you look at celebrities and how you keep them in the media, I did that for so long with the Kardashians, Zendaya, Logan Paul, Priyanka Chopra, you name it. I worked them on the wall, right? The thing is that you can't stop. People look at Kim and they, especially younger generations, I get DMs all over the world because they look at Kylie, they look at all of these people like, wow, that shit took 20 years, man. That wasn't overnight.
And you never stop.
Oh, bro, I got so much rejection on Kim Kardashian, you have no idea. I would get cursed out from brands, from countries, from networks, from TV channels, even CBS threatened my contract and said, if we are paying you for Britney, you keep slipping in this Kim Kardashian girl. If you air Kim Kardashian one more time when you drop those footage every night, your contract is terminated. Guess what I said to them? You don't get Britney. You're pushing my girl, Kim. She's my client. You're going to show her some love in the media.
Why didn't they want her?
She's a nobody, man.
Right.
We're showing big breaking news stories, and Kim Kardashian is walking out of a Starbucks. It's not news.
Okay.
We've got Brad and Angelina going on here. We've got, the Beckhams. We've got all this, A-listers, stars, triple A-list movie stars.
Right.
And here we're talking about this.
You built her from nothing.
Zero.
And in the beginning, it was hard.
Oh, very hard.
Now it looks like
very
a
hard.
no-brainer.
No, I even went to Dubai and got cursed out, bro.
Okay.
I went to Dubai and said no. I traveled all these different countries. I said, you're bringing a porn star. You are not bringing her to this country. And I sat in boardrooms and I fought for them. I fought for Logan. I fought for Zendaya. Not your traditional agent that wouldn't even go there against these big people. I went head to head with Disney.
What do you say to him? I know this person's going to be big.
Yes, you got to go.
Give him a chance.
Give him a chance. What is bullshit? What is this red tape? No, we're not airing her. She is not a star. She's not. Yes, she is. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to create Kim's calendar, and I'm going to make sure she's always, wherever there's stars going around Hollywood, my cameras are focused on Kim. What are you going to do about it? I would take them. You want Beckham? I'm going to remove all the cameras from Beckham, and I'm going to light up Kim Kardashian. What are you going to do? We control the streets of LA. This is our network. And it was a constant fight. But, this is what I do. I mean, when you call the number one fame strategist, it's because we don't hear the word no.
Okay. And you can't stop. You can't take a week off.
Bro, you snooze, you lose, bro. And this was not even how crazy it is today. Today, you've got billions of people trying to get this much of your attention span.
Right.
With content.
It's harder.
So you need this just as much now. You need that smartness. You need, I'm still working with the big brands and big celebrities and all these kind of stuff there, because you still, either it's a negative story, it's a positive story, or you're still, you need someone who understands this. And now my business has evolved to CEOs and brands, because, at the end of the day, your company valuation, the amount of people that are looking to raise money, I cannot tell you, in the last 2 years, some of my biggest clients, I helped raise hundreds and billions of dollars because I worked on their profile, on their fame as a personal brand.
Right.
Because they would walk in like a rock star when they're in front of the money people, before they weren't even relevant. So I went from celebrities to influencers to AI to investors to entrepreneurs to founders. So they come to us now and they say, you know what, put the spotlight on us, because we want to close that money.
And this is the age of the celebrity entrepreneur, cutting big corporate deals like
100%.
Logan and Prime and all these. That's what the last few years.
Or it's not even have to be a celebrity.
Okay.
You could be, you could be someone who's in real estate. You could have someone in tech. But if you are polished and you look great and people see you're trusted, that I can search you up and you exist, how sketchy is it that someone's asking you for money? He's talking such a big game. You go put his name into GPT or any AI platform or Google, and it's someone else. Okay?
Or there's nothing on them and you
Or
can't find them.
zero.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now you want me to give you money. You want me to invest in your project. To me, that's a sloppy founder. If you can't do your own personal branding and you can't do the basic elements of having a rock star LinkedIn, rock star social accounts, rock star 2 to 3 pages of Google, you're consistently in the news, you're out there, you're polished, you're thought leader. If you can't even fix this part, because your PhD ain't gonna fix that. There's loads of people who have all the degrees in the world, they're unemployed. But the people who focus on their branding, their personal brand, which means trust, it means influence, you're closing that deal. And I do this. I've seen people who are almost close to broke okay? I've worked with companies. I've done deals with them. I've helped them turn it around. And it was all because of the visibility and how we polished them all up to go raise that money to take it to the next level.
Okay.
That's it. It's needed.
And is this that current phase of your career where you're doing this more for executives and CEOs?
I'm now, personally, my time, I mean, I still deal with celebrities, okay? Because celebrities want two things from me, always. Money and fame. I give them deal flow. They love Middle East money. They love Indian money. They love Saudi money. How are they going to get there? They don't know how. So I've opened up the new oil from Hollywood to the Middle East.
These are Hollywood clients typically?
Of
American?
course, America. They love it.
Yeah.
I mean, my office is on the heart of the Sunset Strip, the epicenter of Hollywood. My studios are right there. You want Dubai? You want Saudi Arabia? You want Kuwait, Qatar? I've been all over the place. India, all those places. What are you going to do? How are you going to find it? How are you going to get those deals? So that's celebrities I've got, by the grace of God, ongoing, because they want money. And of course, they always want fame, because they're going to be relevant, right? And then with the influencers, and then with AI. But me personally right now, where I spend my personal time is I've got teams that do everybody else, but I'm more on the entrepreneur side right now because I'm helping great ideas go from an idea to get funded to have an exit strategy. So companies now are coming to us and saying, you know what, how do we work with you guys? Just take care of it. We don't need to know how, what, where, whatever. Let people know about our brand. Go loud, famous. Go noisy, be in everyone's faces. We'll deal with the tech. We'll deal with all the logistics of our business. People need to know about us.
Okay.
So then what we do is we take that full 360 for the CEO, for the owner, for the company, for the brand, for the product, for the service, and just go all out.
Okay.
And become that solution for them so they can do what they're good at, which is creation, and we're good at amplifying. So I do that now for companies and top CEOs globally.
Why change? Do you find this to be kind of your next fascination? Do you like to kind of change every now and then? Or does the world change as well?
No, it's not that, because I get to meet epic people.
Okay.
Celebrities, there's no shortage of them. Influencers, I get 10 to the dozen. And because I also, supply that same talent to the people who are trying to raise money.
Right, so it works.
So it works both ways, right? So I've got new ideas coming up. It's very good for me as well, because I get so many people telling me, oh, I've got this idea, or I've got this, but I need this, and I need this, and I connect the dots and boom, go, 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 go. So it's interesting.
You told me about one of your clients. I won't name him unless you want to. And you said, Brian, he's landing in Mumbai today. When he comes out of the hotel, I'm going to have these paparazzi on him. He's going to be covered by this influencer, this. And I was thinking, well, why does he care if anybody in Mumbai knows where he is? And you're like, because I'm targeting one guy. That's a high-level businessman in India that I want him to see him so we can cut a deal about this product.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I was like, wow, nobody in the public would ever think when they saw something on an Instagram page that the whole point of that setup was being done by Sheeraz to cut a high-level deal.
100%.
And no one will ever know about that.
First of all, it was Logan Paul,
yes,
number one, and the person's attention was Mukesh Ambani, the richest man in India.
Okay.
And they're partners now. They're doing their deals, they're doing whatever. But it was all because of strategy.
Okay.
But let me go one step deeper, okay? Kim Kardashian, I followed the entire strategy of Skechers, okay? I said, how can I get Kim to be a brand ambassador of Skechers? I then put my mastermind of what I do best as a strategy, found out who the CMO was, found out when he's going to have dinner at a specific restaurant in Beverly Hills. I made sure Kim was having dinner at around that same time, created a massive mob scene around paparazzi. Wherever this guy would go, Kim would be around. He'd consistently be seeing her. Who the hell is this girl? That one strategy of putting attention on Kim and letting the CMO know about this girl is getting all this attention wherever I go out. That one move got her a Super Bowl commercial. Super Bowl commercial. So you think the traditional agent, publicist, all of this, they don't think this way.
Right.
I'm thinking, who makes the decision for the brand? Who cuts the check? And how do I make my client known to that person? And how do I make a zoo outside a restaurant so I get their attention? That's how business is done. And it still works today. When Logan was going to Mumbai, his manager was sitting with me to India. His manager came to sit me in Dubai. Said, okay, let's go. Connect the dots. That's what we do.
So you out hustle what I thought would be hustlers in Hollywood.
No, bro,
they're not hustling.
No, they're not hustling, bro.
It's an old school.
Yeah, it's old school, man.
People 9 to 5. I'm the publisher. I don't do this. I don't do that.
No, we're real time.
Right.
I'm a real time guy.
Okay.
I move in real time. My team moves in real time. We're on it, you know. But the focus is, and I cannot stop here, but by why Kim became a billionaire and Logan became a billionaire. And the reason I give these two examples because both came from nothing. Really, they didn't have anything. You can say, yeah, but they would, no.
I mean,
they didn't.
Logan had some YouTube stuff, but then he got canceled.
Bro, it's like
It was still tiny.
Bro, it was all small.
Right. How many other YouTubers
Small.
ended up with
Everyone
nothing?
was hustling, right? But you cannot avoid daily content, consistent content, always showing up. Doesn't matter you're getting no views, you're not getting any shares, you're not getting any comments. I'm still gonna bang out the best video I can. I'm gonna better my one from yesterday. And you don't stop and you don't take a day off and you're consistently doing it. You're consistently that work ethic, if you do this in any field of your business, in anyone, whether you're an accountant, you're the lawyer, you're a CEO, you're a businessman, you will outshine anyone in your category if you have that mindset and you have that discipline. But you need to have, like you have a coach, you have a trainer at a gym. That's what I did. And that's what I still do for top companies or CEOs. If I know someone's trying to raise money, then I'm their fame guy that is pumping them. Instead of doing it in a physical form in a gym, is how do I rally up to so this company buys them? How do you do it? You got to rally them. Look at me, right? I have the best location in the heart of the Sunset Strip where everyone who's everybody has to drive past every day, okay? A billboard costs $1 million a month if you can get it. And they're all sold out. It's LVMH, it's Netflix, it's Disney, it's Apple, it's all the big boys are there. When I want to get attention from Zuckerberg or from Elon Musk, I put their name on my studio. Those are moves that I make. I'm just going to sit there. No, I'm going to put Elon's name. Elon Musk, I own Hollywood.ai. Zuckerberg, I own Hollywood.ai. Sam Altman, I own Hollywood.ai. Jeff Bezos, his wife, goes to right opposite the Fame Studios where Hollywood.ai is. She goes to Sunset Tower Hotels, my brother. And he comes out and bam, his name is on my studio. These are the moves you have to make.
Okay.
Because that's my target. So I know how to play the chess moves. Because I don't believe in going through the front door. Oh, how am I going to get this person's attention? How am I going to get this person? Listen, if my target is Elon Musk, then I'm going to take a billboard opposite Tesla's head office. I'm going to get that dude's attention. Same as Zuckerberg. They're all humans, man. They're human beings.
Has this ever not worked?
It always works.
I thought you would say
works,
that.
Bro. Always works. Why would it not
Because you win or learn.
Why will it not work?
I don't know. Maybe you spend all this money and you don't get their attention and nothing happens.
Bro, what did I tell you from the beginning?
What?
You don't stop, so
Right.
you don't question it. I have a belief, you go. When the word
you never
ROI,
quit, you always
bro,
win.
The word ROI, I cannot focus on that word because I cannot, legends and people who are like icons, they don't follow the word ROI.
Okay.
They go. When you want to dominate, you've just got to go, 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 and you don't stop. Because in one moment, that person's going to say, shit, this dude is not giving up. What does he want from me right now? And then you've cut your deal. And you've set yourself up that no one else can do.
Okay.
You know?
Is it hard to find someone as committed as a Logan, as committed as a Kim that will make that content every day when they're nobodies and to continue going? Is it hard to find people to work with that like that?
If you, like someone like myself, I'm in London right now, I can find that Apple right now. Then just like a coach, like you have to train, they have to follow the steps. And they're out there because people want it. But the challenge is they don't have what I said from the beginning, who's in your ear.
Right.
If you don't have that person who's pushing you, championing you and say, you know what, I love this guy, I'm going to push. Or you're saying, no, you're not going out tonight. You ain't going to that date. You're going to have dinner with this beautiful actress. You're going to go to this party late at night.
Right.
So it comes back down to what I said at the beginning, who's in your ear. So that's super, super important, that you need to have people around you that are going to consistently keep pushing.
Okay.
And find out what you want.
And also in the parallel universe, there's a Logan Paul that just kept making the same old videos in the same old YouTube celebrity house and never went anywhere because he didn't have big ideas from you or big strategies or paparazzis or eyeballs.
You need both, right?
Yeah,
you need
you need
everything,
both.
right? Mayweather, I'll give you a classic example, right?
Okay.
Logan Paul is a boxer. Let's call it a boxer.
Yeah, he's had a few fights. Yeah.
Okay. How can he fight Mayweather? He can't.
Right.
How? Think about it. You've got people who are boxers of like all sorts that can never in their wildest dreams fight Mayweather. The guy's the best in the world that's never lost, and you've got my client, and we want to get the attention of Mayweather. I made that happen. What did I do?
How?
I got Logan coming out of a restaurant, and I have the clip for you, by the way. And my paparazzi are saying to him, are you going to fight Floyd Mayweather? Are you going to fight? There was no deal. Are you going to? And he said, I'm going to fucking break his neck. I'm going to snap him. I'm going to break him. I'm going to do. He's just basically bashing Mayweather. We turned that into news, brother. And behind the scenes, the fight got done. It was all from poking Mayweather outside of a restaurant on Sunset Boulevard that me and the manager coordinated, Logan's manager, to rally him up. Then they found the investors, then the fight happened, and boom, Logan now fights the best boxer in the world. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that actually happened.
Think about it.
Yeah.
So how can you knock these guys? They're thinking so big. Yeah, you've got everyone else, whether you like Jake or you like, it doesn't matter, bro. They're changing the game.
Yeah.
They're changing the rules of the game.
Tell me about Jake, because he's had a crazy come up and he's in the boxing world, and he's also extremely polarizing. He knows how to get fame, get attention.
Bro, because he's loud. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's going to make those
He
statements.
knows
He's gonna
how to get attention,
Bro,
and he doesn't care.
They don't care.
Yeah.
There's no rules.
There's no
Let's just
rules.
go. There's no rules. How do we know Andrew Tate? Because he speaks. And he doesn't shut up. He speaks. He doesn't shut up. Speaks. Nothing
And
special.
everywhere.
Right? The biggest case study that everyone watching your show right now is the biggest case study of all times is Donald Trump.
Yeah.
The guy's a beast.
He's the most famous
He's
man in the world.
Beast.
Yeah. It won him the presidency.
All odds against him. All odds against that dude. I interviewed him before he was president on Dubai TV, one of my companies. He was coming to Dubai, doing real estate and so forth. The guy is a beast. Forget political beliefs. I don't talk about politics. I'm talking about fame here. The guy would do a press conference and show up 60 seconds late on the live stream. This guy's word there, Trump, on the live stream. And everyone's waiting. That extra 60 seconds, 20 seconds, his brand is everywhere. And then he shows up. Then not only was it a miracle on the first time that he became president, because was he smarter than everybody else? No. Did he have more money than everybody else? No. He went louder. And he said, I will make America great again. I will make America great again. He nonstop bombarded us, bombarded us. Did you think Donald Trump would ever say, what's my ROI? Never. I'm going to become a president. I'm going to go all out and I'm going to make the whole effing world know that I'm the guy. Boom, boom, boom. Then 4 years of hell. About to be locked up in jail. They escort him into the New York police station for a mugshot. The guy's about to be destroyed. Today he's the president again. So you've got to look these people, it's very simple. Know what you want. Nothing's going to stop me. President Trump, if he had negativity from his wife, he would have never become president. His family supported him. Go. If she had been negative, he would have never become president. You need to have that. That's what I told you. The right partner. These are the things that will, like, the end result of your life is the people that you chose to be around you. And sometimes you have to make tough decisions for the sake of your children. But what you can't do is not live your greatest life. Because in the end, you can still help even your ex and your loved ones because you were great. But you can't get anyone in the way. So when you look at someone like Donald Trump, I don't care what anyone says about this guy. That is the true Rocky. That one story and that case study should make all of us say that I want to become a better businessman. I want to go louder. I want to go bigger. I want to get my voice out there, because there were so many more smarter people, but no one had the power that this guy had.
Was he the first celebrity entrepreneur? Probably the first celeb entrepreneur,
this
right?
This guy's a beast.
When he was in New York, he leveraged the tabloids to get the real estate
because he knew the
deals.
game.
Yeah, he knew the game.
Fame.
Yeah.
Fame made Trump president. It's very simple.
Yeah, and kept him out of jail.
100%.
Yeah.
And look, we'll say what we want. Crypto, he's making moves that no one else has been able to make right now, right?
Yeah.
But he could only do that because when he was rock bottom, he had a wife that was stuck by him. Let's start there. The whole world is talking shit about my husband getting kicked out of the White House, and the same woman is there? I'm sorry, man. I salute them. I salute them.
Well,
because that's in your moment of who is real in my life.
And you've seen a lot of that breakdown behind the scenes.
And they didn't.
Right. Okay.
I've seen people's marriage, and I give an analogy. It's a pink spray. Pink bottle looks beautiful, right? Pink spray comes out. If you put pressure on someone, that pink will turn brown. So people will change if pressure's there. Melania Trump did not change. She supported her husband. And after the 4 years, they're all winning together. So you have to be very wise of who you allow in your circle. Okay. Me, myself, I went through the heartbreak. I went through the pain. And I said to myself, never again. I'm not going to allow any negative forces around me, including my mother.
Okay, so you had some people holding you back.
All the time, man.
Okay.
Non-stop.
Family can be the worst.
Of course. Family, they're the closest.
Yeah. Toxic.
Proximity.
Okay.
Right? And now my whole family, my love life, my loved ones, they know how I operate.
They're either edited out or they're on track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not bad because it makes them a better person.
It's the analogy when you're in the airplane and the masks come down.
Yeah.
If you can't put your mask on first, you can't help the next person.
You have to.
So you have to be the best version of you no matter what, and then you can help everyone else.
And you're gonna help everybody.
But if you compromise yourself, everyone loses.
Everyone loses.
Okay, I'm with you.
And we all lose.
Yeah.
But what we've got to do is, I cannot, and I always say this, and that's why I'm glad I came on your show, because you've got a very big audience. Okay, you've got a very big reach. But what's important for them is to hear what I'm telling them today, that if you focus on your personal self now, you still have time, and be the best version of yourself now. If you do it now, you're going to sell through. If you don't, why do you think I have Hollywood.ai? It's going to replace actors. It's already replacing influencers. Models that don't even exist right now with AI.
Yeah.
You can create all this now with AI. Now you got to look at yourself 1, 2, 3, 4 years from now. If I don't sort myself out right now, and I don't make my moves, You could even today, right? That's what I do in my own business with Hollywood.ai. You can have a Brian AI that works 24/7, speaks multiple languages, and the average person won't even know that it was you even talking. Look how powerful that is.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Right.
But you're already a brand. For people who are starting up right now, if they don't catch up on this wave, there's going to be AI CEOs. There's going to be so many staff, it's already happening right now, that's being replaced with AI.
Yeah.
Okay? They're much more, it's only going to get 1,000 times better in a very short period of time. So the AI, when you're talking about fame, what does GPT say about you? And if you can't control this narrative, how are you going to get a job? And let's go even deeper. How are you going to find your soulmate? Even put money aside.
Because they're going to GPT you as well.
Think about it. You go to a bar tonight, someone just said, I had a really good chat with this person, whatever. Let me search up on him or her. Based upon what a prompt says, could be your next business partner, your next wife or husband. That's where we are today.
Right.
A prompt. So people need to get their stuff in order right now.
There's a real sense of urgency.
It's now, man. Otherwise, you're going to lose the game.
Okay.
So this is something as a business owner, as a staff, as an entrepreneur, as anyone.
Everybody. You were in an Uber coming over here,
Yeah.
and you schooled the Uber driver
Yeah.
you had him download ChatGPT, and you started working on how he could build a personal brand.
I said to him, this is all I said, this true story, coming to you from London. I said to him, how are you today? One simple question, right? And he said, I'm okay. I said, okay, that's good. And he started driving. And I said, you need to be happy, brother. And I started telling him I'm coming on your show, right? So I started talking to this guy, and he said, I'm actually not happy. Having marriage problems, kid problems, financial problems, this. And I said, listen, do you know about AI? And he had no idea what I was talking about, right? So I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something into ChatGPT, okay? And I'm going to find out, right, how you can make more money as an Uber driver, right? The guy didn't even know what I was talking about, right? I might even have it on the phone, right? Actually, I'm going to show you because it was very powerful. And the funny thing was, he had no idea what I was talking about. And this is like majority of the world right now, by the way, right? Because AI, where crypto is, infancy, right?
I'm surprised you're into AI.
Oh, big time.
Because you would think you're into still building personal brands, but you see the future.
Bro, I'm like on it.
See it's over.
Bro, I have Hollywood.ai and Bollywood.ai. Imagine how in the hell could I get those two brands if I wasn't on top of AI, right? And let me tell you something, how powerful this is to people who are watching this, right? When I played this to this guy, right, it was the biggest game changer, right? That I showed this guy, right? And it was, where is it here? Yeah. Gotta find this clip for you, but oh God, I don't know where I put it.
You can summarize it.
Yeah, basically I've got to look for it because I've got so many chats on this thing. But
what did it say?
Basically, what it said to the guy, what it said to the taxi driver was that you're earning this much money as an Uber driver right now, and you're unhappy. Let me give you 10 ways of how you can double your income with the same job that you're doing, so you don't have to be unhappy. Let's start with being an Uber driver, you control your own schedule. So let's just start there, that you don't work for anybody. So the AI put them in a different frame of mind. Then it went on to say, download this app to show you where all the crowds and all the surging of pricing is in real time, where you can be paid more money, okay, if you cruise around in those areas. And the guy's thinking, I said, did you even know about this app? He said, no. I said, so you could have doubled your revenue right there. Then it said that go to a real estate broker in London and tell those real estate companies that my name is so-and-so. I meet 50 people a day. And I talk to my customers, I make them all happy. I meet tourists, I meet business people, they all come in my car. I'm going to talk about London real estate, of why London real estate is so important. And there's one company that you guys, I can refer you to. And they'll pay you money for that. And if something sells, you'll make more money. It was boom, boom, boom. By the end of my journey, literally, the guy stopped out. He got so nervous outside your offices, your studios. He went to get a cigarette and he's reading this GPT and he's thinking, oh my God, I literally can change my current situation right now if I just follow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's where we are today. That was with an average person having a regular income where AI just said, I can X amount your income right now.
Right.
So you can spend more time with the family, more with your kids, no fighting at home. Even gave one example which blew my mind away. He said, the AI said, go into your house and everything you don't need, sell it. Think about that. And I said to him, how much stuff do you have in your house, electronics, gadgets, whatever you have? Do you think you could turn that into money? He said, my house is, I've spent so much money on stuff, I don't use it. The AI said, remove all the stuff that you bought that you don't need and sell it.
Okay. So you think the future is AI?
100%.
And that
with all people.
Okay. And when it comes to fame, that means you have a small window to create your brand.
And let's just say
leverage
Brian.
AI.
Let's just say Brian.
Yeah, let's say
right?
me.
There's someone like yourself, right? Now you're already famous, you're already built. But let's just say I'm now looking at you thinking, wow, I want to be like Brian or whatever. The beauty with AI is that I can create an avatar. I don't need to physically do it. So you don't have an excuse anymore. So if you're a real estate broker and you're like, you know what, I don't want to film like Logan. I cannot shoot all this content. Guess what you can do today? You can build a digital version of yourself and it will work 24/7, 365 in all languages, on all platforms, and you sit at home. So if you're not going to do this now, you don't even have an excuse. I help build stars that had to put the real work in, the real hard work. AI, you can create a digital version of yourself today. Let's call myself Sheeraz the accountant, okay? And I'm going to digitize myself. I'm going to create content in all languages so people learn about finance. They understand everything about finance, where to invest and where not to invest, how to do your taxes, all of this in all languages, posting that content out nonstop, and I didn't produce any of it. It was all AI. That's where we are today. So if that's where we are today, and now you're going to see robots roaming around soon in London.
Yep, soon.
Right? All of this stuff is happening. You know, and what's going to be more of attention? You go into a restaurant or a robot walks in? That's where we're going right now. Asia's leading this right now. You go, there's police, robotic police everywhere. There's all this going into restaurants. Elon Musk just opened Tesla Diner right near my Hollywood AI offices. Right there. It's all robotics. There's no humans. You're walking in there and you're getting food, popcorn, all these
Crazy,
burgers and all that stuff with that. So it's now.
Okay.
You don't do it now, you're going to lose the game. The advantages that people have now, right now, is you are at the beginning of this wave. So if you were ever thinking about, but I don't have enough money, I don't have enough skills, AI will do it for you.
Okay.
All you have to do is educate yourself enough, learn about it, and let AI do the work for you. And then you'll create magic.
Okay. How do people start? And there's people out there right now that say, yeah, but this doesn't apply to me. I'm a high school student.
Okay, I'm a high school student. Let's start here.
Yeah.
I'm a high school student, right? So let's start here, number one, okay? Let me first create my online presence. I'm a high school student and my name is called highschoolstudent.com. Let me at least own my name, whatever your name is online. Let me own my social media accounts. Let me put beautiful pictures, beautiful videos as a high school person. Let me start building myself up from the beginning. So at least I'm building a digital footprint of myself. Use AI tools to write your bio, write your story. There are no excuses.
Yeah.
Start getting AI to feed LinkedIn posts, YouTube posts, TikTok posts, Instagram posts. It's doing it all for you as the high school student. Now what's going to happen, as all of that's doing it with AI, your digital, and even if you're shy, but you can even make yourself an anime. It might not even be your face because you don't want to be famous. That's okay. But it's still your name. And now your brand is out there. It's consistent. It's building it as a high school person. You're doing your education, you're doing your study, but you're building it on the side. Now what's going to happen when you go to apply for a job, or you go to apply for an American visa, or you go to apply for a mortgage, guess what? They trust you. Look at your digital footprint of what you're doing. That's going to get you your job or your next paycheck or your next investment, or your next deal better than anybody else. Now, I'm going to give you an example. Mark Zuckerberg just offered people $100 million salaries. 100 million, 100 million, 200 million, billion dollars, 500 million, 500 million, billion dollars, based upon who are the best in AI. So if he's going online saying, oh, he worked on OpenAI, or this person done this, fame. If they had polished up looking, they're on their LinkedIns, imagine if they didn't even exist. How are you going to get found by Zuckerberg? Zuckerberg saying, they're the 10 people that work for Sam Altman, hire them all. Here's $5 billion, go, I want them all. Because they had a LinkedIn presence. Because they had, imagine if they did not do any of that, but they were just some tech geeks they were brilliant at what they did, but they didn't have any online visibility.
No. He wants the guys that wrote the papers. He wants the guys with
who are
the
those
name,
guys?
the guys at the conferences. Who's the guy?
Who's the guy?
It's fame, you're right.
It's fame.
Yeah.
And that got those people a $100, $200 million paycheck.
Very crazy.
So now let's go back to the guy in high school. If you master this now, you've just increased your odds of getting a better partner in your relationship. You get a better job. You get into better universities. You'll start growing bigger and better because they don't teach this in school. What they teach is you work. Finally, you get your degree. Now you go and there's 1 million people lining up to get the job. Or you go loud from day one, use AI and polish yourself up so you don't have to go the line. Someone calls you for the job.
Yeah.
And that's how Kim Kardashian, Logan Paul, Zendaya, all the celebrities that I've worked with, all of these huge stars, Logan, all of them, fame got them the call. Or you've got lines of people trying to get that job.
Right, that all look the same.
And I've no family members. Sometimes I go to dinners. Oh, Sheeraz, I'm not getting a job, and I've got this degree, I've got this. I said, let's. I'm an employer. I'm someone from a company. Let's dig around. Who is this person applying for a job? Because this toilet paper that you call a resume, this doesn't mean shit. I don't believe this. It's all garbage. Let me see what's online. And when I see nothing online, if you're there studying every single day to get an exam passed, all I ask you is spend an hour in your fame a day. 1 hour. Just 1 hour. And that 1 hour is uninterrupted. Even if it's AI doing the work for you. Give yourself this favor and that's your gift back to yourself.
1 hour of your own fame work a day.
You do that, brother, your life will change. Just 1 hour. How can I improve my fame every day? And then you break it down into my personal life, into my business life. What are the 30 minutes I can spend on my personal life? Maybe take better pictures. Maybe look nicer. Maybe write some more hobbies. If you're single, example, right? Build yourself up. Build your profile up. How do you think Match.com and Tinder, how do you think all these dating apps work? It's that one swipe could be the person's wife, man. That's how important this stuff is. You're looking at something like that and you're clicking, I want to be with that person. If you don't have that existence today in your business or your personal life, it's the difference of being with the right business partner or the wrong business partner, the right personal soulmate or the wrong soulmate, based upon what are you feeding it out there. And if you, like you said earlier, it's the best version of yourself. If you put that out there, then you're going to attract someone equally. If I can take people with great ideas or great businesses and they cannot raise money, through me being their strategist, they've raised billions of dollars just because I focused on their fame. That tells you everything. Business idea, everybody had it, but who was shining more? Who was winning the awards? Who was on the power list? Who was being seen at the events? Who's just double downing on themselves? That's why ROI, it's not betting on yourself. Betting on yourself, I'm all in. I'm all in, I don't care, because at the end, I'm gonna get so much more back that you can't even figure out how the hell that happened. Because the reality is, once you're more famous, you're gonna make more money. You're gonna get more deal flow. If I read that this broker sold this much real estate, I'm gonna think, I've got to get to that guy. So it doesn't matter how much money he spent in building it, he's now gonna be listing properties at $1 billion. He'll get all his money back. So this is, people need to realize right now that we're in an age right now that it's such a powerful age that we're in right now that we don't have excuses. So you have to, number one, make sure you are surrounded by positivity. Number one, don't allow anyone or anybody to say you can't do it. That's number one. If you are single, go like a bullet and use all the tools in AI to make it happen. If you're in a relationship, sit down as a couple and say, this is how we are going to dominate our industry together. But this is what we have to do. And these are the sacrifices we have to make now. And if we make those sacrifices for the next 1 or 2 years, all of our lives are going to transform. Don't give me headache. Don't put me down. Don't hit on me when I'm down, when I don't have the money, I don't have the cash, and things are tight. Don't. Because Melania Trump didn't kick him when he was down. She supported him, and he brought him back to become the president of the United States. So we need people around us like this. And then the fame part, it just happens. It's called magic. It just happens.
Powerful advice.
Yeah.
What are you doing 5 years from now?
For me, 5 years, I'll be really honest with you. I'm at a place right now, there's only 2 brands. I have 3 brands. Fame is forever. That's never going to go. That's why it's tattooed.
It literally is tattooed on your arm.
It's tattooed on my arm because I know the power of fame. That's why I put it on there. And the reason I put it on there is because it's painful. To become famous, it's painful. Always remember that. So that will always be there because I'm almost like a guide, a blessing from God where I'm always giving back. I'm helping, I'm guiding people, and their lives transform, right? They become rich, they become successful. That's one gift that will always be giving. From 5 years from now, I would have exited both of my companies, Hollywood.ai and Bollywood.ai. Right now, I hold the hottest real estate brand in the world for entertainment and technology. It's Hollywood, Hollywood.ai, Bollywood.ai. These 2 brands, my eyes are focused on Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Sam Altman, Mark Zuckerberg, all the big boys, and all the big boys in China. That's my focus right now. If they are ready to really control the future of entertainment, then they need to cut a deal with me to control the future of entertainment, which is Hollywood.ai and Bollywood.ai, which will be my exit in the next 5 years. Until then, I'm going to keep doing God's work, helping people, guide them so they don't have to do a deal with the devil for fame. They don't need to sell their soul, and put them on a path that they listen to what I'm saying, learn from all the strategies that made Kim Kardashian, made Logan Paul, made Zendaya, learn all the mistakes that they made, all the things that was great, all the good and the bad. I did it. I have the formula. Follow this path and your life will transform. Don't let I don't have enough money be the reason why you don't take the next step. Get that out. With AI, we'll figure it out. The Uber driver found a solution of how to 2-3x his money just by doing small tweaks. Don't let the fear of the devil or negative force say to you, I can't do it. Remove that part and God will give you everything.
I love it. And you're spending time in LA, Dubai, India. Those are the regions you spend a lot
So
of
home will
focus
always
on.
be LA.
Okay.
Okay, always, right? Because that's where my influence is based. Okay. All of my celebrities, all of my influencers, the innovation of tech and entertainment, it's California. Between Northern California and Southern California, that's my home, right? Where I live, where it's the most beautiful place for me, is in Dubai. It's the safest place in the world. It's the most inspirational place. You have the beautiful voices around you. Everyone's encouraging. It's just a beautiful place to be, right? So I'm there. Home is Dubai also. And then India, it's only a couple of hours, which I service Bollywood. So I've got Hollywood, Bollywood, and I'm there in Dubai. But I also travel. I'm traveling all over the world. And it's also good to come back to London as well, you know. But one message I have for London, is that I ask one thing for whoever's watching you, just for one time on this one episode that you watch with me, dream. Dream. Just please dream.
London stopped dreaming a while ago.
No, bring it back. Bring the dream back on a personal level. What is it like to have a dream? Because once you allow yourself, it doesn't matter who you are. I've come from very humble beginnings, okay? Dreaming is the most powerful feeling of growth because you have that energy, there's something better that's gonna come. And that's the one thing I want people to realize is don't compromise that. Whatever the dream is, have it. Don't settle. Don't settle. That's why when you say enough is enough, when the moment of, okay, it's done, that's now you need to say that. Now I need to start dreaming for myself. With your analogy of the mask, that's today. You make that an absolute priority right now, that I'm going to start dreaming, whatever level of dream it is, I'm turning that dream on and magic will happen.
I love it. How can people follow you on social? How can they learn more about what you do as services, website?
So for me, I'm very public. So on Instagram, I'm at Sheeraz, Sheeraz. On X, it's Sheeraz Hasan, Sheeraz, Hasan. My website is sheeraz.com, famedbysheeraz.com. And I also do something very important for companies or brands. It's an audit. So if you're looking for the next steps, you know, I offer free 15-minute phone calls with my team. They listen to your ideas or where you're at, how is it working, personal, professional, business, whatever you're looking for. You're looking to raise money, you're looking to become famous, or you want to make your brand the next prime, whatever it is. We listen to, you know, the kind of ideas that come in. And then if it fits, then I do something that's called a 30-day fame audit, where I sit with the client and I lift up the hood and say, okay, with my binocular eyes, what do I have to do right now to take this to the next level? And then we just build relationships. But in order to get hold of us and work with us, it's you know, all of my platforms on across all socials and website. And if you're interested in Hollywood.ai and Bollywood.ai, just go to the domain names. If anyone wants to literally control the future of Hollywood, now's the time. Because you're going to remember this show. There's only two names in entertainment, Hollywood.ai and Bollywood.ai. And right now, they're in my hands.
Sheeraz owns them and they're not cheap.
And they're not cheap at all because it's the future of entertainment. But you will know one day that someone will actually made that move. And that person or that company will literally become the new Hollywood. Because the old Hollywood is being replaced by prompts.
Rapidly.
Like this.
Wow, that's scary. Sheeraz, this has been amazing. Thank you for doing what you're doing. You gave me a short version of this on the stage when I saw you in Cannes recently, but this is powerful. And I love seeing the roots of where this happened. I had no idea it was a restaurant.
Down the street from you, brother, it's
crazy.
Tuna, sweet corn sandwich, and a coffee that changed my destiny with a black cab driver. The black cab driver, I love them because it was that guy that ran into the black taxi and was so hooked to someone influential like yourself, like people are listening to you right now. This guy was listening to this, and I knew that's how many people you reach. So for me, you know, when I was coming here, I got goosebumps because I remember driving to the radio station. In fact, the radio station was like around here somewhere, Kiss FM or whatever, it was in Islington or whatever, it was here. And it came from this. So the people that you're doing, for the people who are watching you and supporting you, even if they try and silence you, brother, no one can silence magic.
Amen.
They can't. Just you keep doing what you're doing because you are changing lives. You are helping people. You are educating people. Everyone silenced Trump, brother. He became president. So when YouTube and all these other people around the world, and I deal with all of these people, I deal with all the social media people, Trump got shut down, became president.
Yeah.
Because of the people. And because you're helping people and you're guiding people and you're making a difference by bringing people onto your show, you're using your time, you're using your experience, and you're giving a platform to help people, the blessings are really with you, you know, what you're doing. And I just hope you continue doing this in multiple countries because you're really doing God's work. You're really helping a lot of people with the platform that you've, and I'm happy that I came.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate your ideas and your vision. And I hope we do some big things together.
Let's do it, brother. I'm ready.
All right, man. Thanks so much. Yeah, appreciate you.
Thanks.
All right.
I feel blessed. I'm so happy to be part of that amazing journey.
I'm glad I decided to pull the trigger and join.
You can literally come into this place with zero knowledge of investing and then learn how to find deals.
In the investment club, we get these offers on a daily basis. We get the next papers on our table.
Don't sit around. Don't let this play out in front of you. Jump on the London Real Ventures website.
We are interacting with amazing visionaries who are setting up those cutting edge technologies.
This has been an interesting ride, and I cannot wait for you to be a part of the investment club. Hope to see you on the inside.
If you haven't jumped on a free masterclass, do it. The best investment you can make is in yourself.
Please join us. You're welcome and you won't regret it.